Okay, well, today is my 24-hour EEG. I am currently on my way to my mom's house because she's going to drop me off. They don't want you to drive sometimes to EEGs because with just a regular EEG, they put you through a bunch of seizure triggers, and it wouldn't be a good idea to drive after that. And I've had those done my entire life, so it's just kind of a habit to have my mom drive me. But yeah, so that is happening today, and I will keep you guys updated throughout my day. Okay, so we are on our way back to my house because I forgot my wallet, but I am with my mom. Say hi.
Hello.
And it's been our tradition for 15 years now to just come together to the EEGs. What we used to do is go to IHOP, but I don't think that would work this year.
Yeah, probably wouldn't work this year. It's a little chilly.
Yeah, it's a little cold.
And it would have to be outdoors.
And it's a little COVID.
It's a little COVID.
Yeah, so I don't really remember this, but what's the story of my first EEG?
Well, I was going to say, do you remember why we went to IHOP every year?
I don't.
Okay, so the type of EEGs when you were little, you had to be sleep deprived. So we made it you were an unusual kid and you loved going to sleep. And so, hi, I'm driving. And so you loved going to sleep at 9 o'clock in your cozy bed, and on EEG nights, you couldn't. You had to sleep, you had to stay awake until like midnight or 1 a.m. So,
that's what I do now.
Yeah, exactly. But so what we would do is we would find a movie that you wanted to see in a theater, and we would find the latest possible showing, and we'd go to that showing.
I remember that now.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
Well, and you looked forward to it. That's how we got you to look forward to EEGs and not be nervous about them.
What the first time though? Weren't we staying up watching movies at home? Like the very first one?
I think maybe the first one we did.
And I hated it because
Right.
all I wanted to do was go to sleep.
And so we were having you pace the floor, and it was hard to keep you awake. But the movie theater thing solved it all. You loved it.
Pretty
it was
much,
fun.
yeah. I remember there was a couple times where I started dozing off. But.
Yeah. So we would get home at about 12:30 or 1. You would go to sleep, and then this is the hard part, we would have to wake you up at 5. That was so hard. And so I would actually, when you were little, I would literally get you dressed while you were asleep, or sometimes I'd put you to sleep after the movie in your
I remember,
clothes.
yeah, I remember you would. I would notice I'm wearing basically pajamas. I guess that's another force of habit because we would just dress me in whatever I was going to wear that day.
Yeah. And then we would go to IHOP and get you, they usually had some kind of funky, funny pancake breakfast that was full of sugar. We would take you there and give you this ridiculously stupid breakfast.
So we would make my brain go buzz before the EEG.
I guess that's what we were doing.
Yeah,
but
good.
That's how we made you look forward to the EEG.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it if it works.
So true. So true. But this is the first EEG where your mommy can't go with you. Because of COVID, I can't go in, but I'm still going to drive you, and I'm going to work in the car while you're getting all your electrodes on, and then
I'll come back with an electronic hat.
Yep.
So this is my plan for today. I want to try to limit my screen time because of the previous video that's actually being uploaded right now. The screen's bad for me, so I want to try to limit screen time as much as possible. I might do the thumbnail for this video, I don't know. So limit screen time, maybe to work on this a little bit, but I want to try to read because there's a couple books that I'm reading. Kind of get some
you want
healthy.
to just have downtime, a down day, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's all I want to do. So yeah, that is so far the plan for today, but we'll see how today actually goes. Who knows? I might just spend all day today watching Grey's Anatomy.
That is stressful. You should not watch
Grey's Anatomy? Yeah,
Yes.
it's actually a very good point. We're already past that point, though.
But there's probably new points.
Yeah, there is, and it's annoying, but who knows? Okay, well, next time you see me, I will probably have an electronic hat on. Okay, well, I am done, and so you can see some of the electrodes right here with my entire head, as you saw, and those other ones are covered in the electrodes. I just have this beanie on to keep them secure, but I have my rat tail going on right here, my new little purse. So yeah, the next 24 hours are gonna look like this. Hey, so it has been about 3 hours. So yeah, little checkup. Doing a lot of relaxing. Watching a couple YouTube videos. But also trying to gather up the motivation to clean. Look at the kitchen. Not too bad. Trying to gather up the motivation to clean. And yeah, so in another few hours, I will keep you guys updated a little bit more. Maybe if I finally clean, I'll take you guys along, or if I go outside for any reason. Yeah. See you in a minute. Okay, so this thing has been on for about 6 hours now, and I am all ready for it to be off. But yeah, so tomorrow at 12:30 is when I get it off. 12:30. It didn't work. I'm gonna cut all that out anyway. Okay, so day 2, just woke up. Pretty sure all the probes are still on my head. Yeah, so at 12 today, go to get them taken off, and then we just wait for the results. So I'll let you guys know. One thing that I was worried about over the course of the night was something coming undone or unplugging something. What is happening with my hair? Like one of the electrodes getting ripped off, or the EKG, which is on my chest, getting ripped off, or just damaging it in general. But it's kind of it's not necessarily a unrealistic fear. It certainly can happen, but if you could feel this part right here, it's basically like a plaster. It is on there tight, and I was wearing this over the entire night. Yeah, sometimes it would get like pushed up to there, but these are the only things that would possibly come undone, and they're fine. So is that my hair or the hat? Sorry, I'm very ADHD this morning. Oh, it's the hat. Anyway, so yeah, so that was the main worry. There were a couple times where I would get up and I was asleep, so I'd kind of forget that this was attached, and I would hear this bag just fall, and that woke me up. But overall, I was able to get a pretty good night's sleep. But yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to get this thing taken off. That's gonna be 3-ish hours from now, 3.5 hours. So almost there. If you guys have any questions about what this process was like, any other things that I don't necessarily touch on in this video, I would be very happy to answer that. Even if it's like, how many EEGs have you had? Anything, I will be happy to answer. So ask away. Okay, so as you can see, it was a process, but I did manage to change. My mom had to. Hi, Charlie. My mom had to hold this thing while my sister held my beanie, and I carefully tucked my arms into my hoodie and lifted it off, slowly and carefully, but managed to get it off. But we are on our way to drop this guy off at the doggy spa. He's gonna get all prettied up. And then after that, off to the hospital to get these guys taken off. I cannot wait. They are itchy. But, yeah. So I'll give you guys a little before and after. I had to ask the hospital if I could record myself getting them on. So I think this time I'll just kind of let them take it off, because that's one reason why it probably took a little bit longer. And it's not really anything interesting. It's just off. It's the reverse of what you saw yesterday for me, probably like 2 minutes ago for you. But yeah, so finally nearing the end, and hope you guys like this video. So yeah, see you guys in a minute when hopefully all this is off. Okay, so I am all greased up. They had to put some oil in my hair that got all the glue off. So all greased up and free of the leads. That was a very interesting result. It's probably going to be 2 weeks, couple weeks until I find out all the information. But I did manage to get the information that I needed in order to get the results if I wanted it. And so once we find out the information, I'll be able to print it if I want to. The neuro lab, which is where I went, they had to read over the results first, and then they were going to send it to my neurologist. She has to read over the results, and then I'll be able to look at the results. But yeah, so about 2 more weeks, and then I'll find the information, and I will tell you guys the information. So thank you. Okay, well, the EEG journey for today is now over. It was long, boring, I have a bunch of glue in my hair, but yeah, it was interesting. I hope some of you guys found this video interesting. Some of you might not know what an EEG is. I'll put up right here, or maybe I have already, what it stands for. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Electro something gram. But yeah, I hope you liked the video. If you do, let me know. I'm gonna keep on posting stuff like this. But until the next video, see ya.